Well, after that one video I made about Super Mario Logan, why is Super Mario Logan getting demonetized? I didn't think I'd be making another video based on SML. But of course, with a lot of things that have been going on, a lot of shady shit, and many other things as well that have been going on with Super Mario Logan recently, I thought that, now it's honestly the time that I sit there and speak my own mind on Super Mario Logan as of right now. So, what exactly do I really have to say about Logan? Well, to be fair, um, I don't mean to be a spinning record, a broken record, or whatever. But Logan has literally fucked up again. Is it really that surprising, to be honest? No, it isn't. Now, you might be asking yourself, what exactly did Logan himself screw up on? Well, a lot of different things. Very recently, you guys should have already known that Logan has recently got his ads back. His entire channel, Super Mario Logan, as well as the others, have been completely and utterly fully monetized. And of course, as you would have expected, Logan was extremely happy about that. And of course, like me and many other fans as well, old ones and even possibly new ones, were, excited for him. Because you know something, he had been dealing with advertisers not wanting anything to do with his channel, being age restricted, and many other things like such. And, to an extent, I myself could understand why exactly Logan, I mean, it was a good thing that Logan was ultimately getting his ads back, because you know what that meant? That meant that Logan was going to burn Jeffy. And if anything, we were all looking forward to it. Many of the old fans, and even many of the newer fans as well, have been looking forward greatly for Jeffy to be burned. Because this was a promise that he made to his viewers and Chili's channel, saying that he would burn the Jeffy puppet if he got his ads back. Which he did. And guess what happened? Logan lied. He completely and utterly lied to us. Is this really that big of a surprise? Especially given the fact of the matter that Logan hasn't exactly kept all of his promises to begin with? Not really. Now, I'm going to address a few things before I get, deep into my rant about, why he should have killed off Jeffy, why he should have done all those things. That will ultimately be, later on in this video. But I want to start off by talking about a couple of the sketchy things that he's done. For one, the entire issue that has to go along with Patreon. Now, I was actually relatively new about this, about Patreon and everything like that. And I actually decided to watch, one of Logan's videos on Chili saying, did we scam everyone on Patreon and things like that. And of course, I watched everything and I had it with an open mind as well. And for the most part, I do kind of understand, that whole thing there. However, though, there were a lot of issues I did tend to have with many of his statements regarding Patreon, how they couldn't fulfill it, or how they couldn't do much of anything regarding, or how it was too stressful, or how it was whatever. Here's the thing when it comes to Patreon. If you're going to do a Patreon and you're going to have rewards, you have to make sure of it that you pretty much give your end of the bargain. Fans are willing to donate everything that they can donate just so that your channel continues to run and be able to receive the rewards that they've been given. Of course, many of the rewards themselves are relatively simple. In fact, a couple of them, especially in the more pricier kinds, you'd be able to sit there and, get your request heard. Have your own video pretty much be done whatever way you want to do it, and a bunch of other stuff. Whatever characters you wanted to use. Which in and of its own self is fine, but there's one big problem with that, Logan. The biggest problem in and of its own self with that is that you already kind of do that to an extent, although you really don't even bother listening to real fans anyway. All you do is just make Jeffy videos for the most part. Very rarely has he ever made videos with, that doesn't involve Jeffy. Now, I will give Logan the benefit of the doubt. He has been including a couple of older characters like Woody and Black Yoshi and many others in his more recent videos, and I honestly can say that that is a relatively good thing that he's doing, but it should have been something that he had done since the very, very beginning when he included Jeffy. But even on that matter, though, Jeffy was still included in the video acting like nothing else more but a fucking little retard, and I hate him so fucking much. Okay, not gonna get too deep into that, but it is true. I mean, finally introduced Woody. I thought he was going to kill Woody off in one of the videos, but thankfully he didn't. Otherwise, he probably would have lost a lot of subs. But this brings me to another topic here, and getting back to Patreon, though, is that here's the thing. If you're going to have a Patreon, and you're going to have your rewards, you need to sit there and understand that you have a responsibility to, quite literally, give the fans everything that they bought for. They paid you that amount of money, Logan. You honestly should have given them the whatever it was that they asked. And many fans didn't get any of that stuff. And here's another problem too. When Logan himself shut down the Patreon, nobody really got their money back. This is a problem. I mean, many fans donated, and then when they realized that they weren't going to get any of the rewards that they should have been getting in the first place, they asked for a refund. And I'm quite sure that a good portion of them probably didn't get that refund. And it's sad. It really is sad. I mean, but getting back to the whole thing, though, that was pretty much one of the biggest, shadiest things, so to speak, with Logan regarding Patreon. And while I do understand that it is relatively difficult and it can be a bit of an issue, I should know personally, I've had people who continuously go on with requests. It's extremely difficult to really go out with this kind of thing and understand I have a waiting list. But still, but you have to understand, though, that if you're going to give something to people, you have to give it to, if you're going to sit there and say you're going to give something, you can't sit there and fall back and not give it to them. It's either you talk with them and you give it and you do, like, you could probably say I don't know, a compromise, if you want to say, a compromise or whatever it is that you can give them. And most likely they will agree, they will be completely fine with that and they'll agree. But or you could honestly or you could just not give that kind of reward at all. Save yourself the stress in and of its own self. And I'm quite sure that whether or not awards were given or not, your fans would still want to donate to you. But anyway, though, let's kind of move on to the next topic here. Another topic when it comes to Logan and of his own self, and I have to sit there and say this is more along the lines of Chili's channel. Chili, in and of her own self, forgive me for saying that, it's nothing else more but a clickbait channel. Now, I'm going to be frank here. I've used my fair share of clickbait in the past, and even now I still do occasionally. I mean, heck, I make those SML thumbnails of my own accord. It's not exactly easy to make them, but, I get them done. I'm not saying that clickbait in of its own self is bad in of its own self, but whenever you continuously use clickbait, that's when there's a problem. And Chili's channel is literally nothing else more but clickbait. That's all it is. And that's a really big problem, and it kind of pisses off a lot of people, including myself. Fans do not come for clickbait. Fans do not come for any of those things. They come to watch your videos, and they come to watch your updates, and they come to watch a bunch of other things too. I mean, so yeah. Quit it with the fucking clickbait already, goddammit. That's what I'm going to say to you, Chili, and that's the same thing I'm going to say with Logan, too. But of course, this wasn't exactly what you all clicked on this video for. I have a lot of reasons why I hate SML now. I despise SML for a numerous amount of reasons. The Patreon thing and the other thing as well, I can understand why it is, so I don't hate them for that specific reason. Although I thought it'd be nice to mention them. I hate SuperMarioLogan, the channel, and even some of the people like Lavelle, for example. Why? Because of the fact that the people there are either fucking assholes like Lavelle is. If you don't believe me, there's actually a video that somebody made. If I can find it, I will post it either in the description or the end title for you guys to click on, because that video was a lot more informative. But yeah, Lavelle, I mean, let's be completely honest here. He's done a lot of shady shit. And like I said, click on the video. That'll explain a lot more on that one, and I'm just going to more or less move on with this. But of course, another main reason why I don't like Logan is obviously the fact of the matter that he's a fucking liar. He's been a liar since Jeffy was installed. He said he would burn the Jeffy puppet. He said he would fulfill that one request, that one thing, that number one thing that got his channel demonetized to begin with. He said he would get rid of Jeffy. Hell, even if he limited Jeffy, I'd be fine with that too. The biggest problem though is that Logan in of his own self completely fucked over real fans entirely for a bunch of whiny little fucking brats. A lot of SML fanboys and fangirls that in and of their own selves were probably threatening him and threatening other people. I know I've personally gotten this. My own self, just because of the fact of the matter that I hate Jeffy. I always will hate Jeffy. I think he's a piece of shit. Honestly, in a lot of ways. But yeah. Logan is a liar. He lied about getting rid of Jeffy entirely. He even made a video saying he will not burn Jeffy. He will not get rid of Jeffy. And yet many videos in the past on Chili's channel, when it has him talking, he said he's going to not use Jeffy anymore, or he's going to stop using him, or he's going to completely get rid of him or burn him or whatever. He says he's going to do all those things, but we all know that that's all a bunch of bullshit. He's never going to get rid of Jeffy. He never will. And you want to know the main reason why? Greed. Money. That's the reason why he never wants to get rid of Jeffy. And if anything, I think that's an extremely scumbag kind of way of going out. I mean, there's a big difference I can certainly say between Jeffy and Mama Luigi on Super Mario Logan. Mama Luigi was a very loved character, and for all the right reasons. Logan's characters, Mama Luigi was a bit of an idiot, like Jeffy was, but he was an idiot in a way that was nicer. That he had no negative or bad intentions or anything like such. He was just a very well-made and very good character. But unfortunately, Logan himself decided to kill him off because apparently he wasn't that popular. When in all due sincerity, everybody was fucking pissed over the fact that Logan got rid of a very good character. Now, let's compare that with snot-nosed motherfucking Jeffy. Jeffy, in and of his own self, is nothing like Mama Luigi. Jeffy is an ignorant, disgusting, I hate saying this word, but it's true, a misogynistic piece of fucking shit, a spit in the face of people, children, or whoever with mental disorders, including autism and Asperger's, a stereotype, and a full-out sociopath. Do I even need to continue on more? I mean, he literally has all those traits. But I think the worst part about him is the fact that he's extremely annoying. He is really fucking annoying. His grunts are fucking annoying. His patting his diaper and a bunch of other stupid shit like that is completely and utterly messed up. I mean, granted, no, it is messed up. I mean, come on, people, like, sitting there and doing that. And some of the jokes there, too, are what the fuck, honestly. I remember watching one of SML's later videos, I think when they all go to school, and, like, apparently Jeffy had quote, stuck his pee-pee inside of an apple, and Cody still ate it. I mean, I'm okay with the fact that Cody's gay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But even I know that that kind of joke is absolutely disgusting. I mean, really? Are you going to sit there? Why the fuck would you do that? But, yeah, Jeffy in of his own self is just, like I said, he's a piece of shit. I hate him so fucking much. Another issue that I do have with Jeffy is the fact that he is completely rambunctious. He's not like Junior. Because here's the thing that, I mean, I get some people who claim that even Junior's a bit overrated. But honestly, when it comes to compare to like Junior and Jeffy, Junior is a much better, a much likable character compared to, Jeffy, because at least Junior himself has a morality. he isn't a complete and utter brat all the time. He's a brat at sometimes. I mean, especially if you watch his older videos. But I mean, he's obviously he's a kid. He's really young. But I mean, he's a brat for all the good reasons and all the right reasons compared to Jeffy, who's just a brat for the sake of the fact that he's a brat. And he's 13 freaking years old, too. I mean, it's not excusable. It really isn't. Now, let's see here. What else about Jeffy do I absolutely fucking despise? Well, obviously I would make a mention of the fact that he's a stereotype, but I think I've already discussed that so many times that it's just, we all know this. We already know how Jeffy is a stereotype. How he's a piece of shit. Now, a part of me understands why he is, though, because of his upbringing with his piece of shit mother and everything like that. I can kind of understand why he's like that and why it could more or less reflect his character now. I mean, because abuse like that does, kind of, it depends. It can ultimately, reflect on somebody else too. I mean, sometimes the abused do become the abuser, although this is not always the case. But with Jeffy, I can somewhat understand it, but there is a lot more issues, with him. I mean, some people would say that he's also misogynistic in a lot of ways. And as much as I hate agreeing with social justice warriors and other idiots like that, I actually would have to agree. Jeffy is, of course, a misogynist in a lot of different ways. For one, he treats women like absolute shit. If you've ever watched the episode Rapper Jeffy, you would know that in one part of his video, Jeffy has a girlfriend and treats her like absolute garbage. Slapping her, hitting her, calling her a hoe, calling her a bunch of other nasty crap is absolutely, in my honest opinion, ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying I'm against edgy jokes. I mean, obviously Jeffy has made a lot of, jokes about, genitals and other things, a lot of things about women and things like that. And personally for me, I don't think that there's really a big issue with it. Well, I mean, if it was an average joke that actually played well. But with Jeffy, however, most of the jokes that Jeffy and of his own self, gives, especially when it comes to, like women and everything, it's... okay, it's just, it doesn't play well. It doesn't play well, and it just comes off as being a pretty fucking very disgraceful kind of way of going out. Which is why I say that Jeffy is a misogynist, because, I mean, the jokes of their own selves, I mean, I get it, they're edgy and everything like that, but they need to work. If they don't work, then it's scummy on your part on that. Or it's really ultimately scummy on your part. And of course, with Jeffy, he has absolutely no respect for anyone. He has no respect for women in general, but still. I mean, claiming that, certain characters and of their own selves, I don't know. I think he called, what the fuck was it? One of his hamster a pee-pee suck or something like that? Oh, God, that was fucking cringeworthy to say. Yeah. But I think another issue that I have with Jeffy and of his own self is the swearing. I understand. I use a lot of swearing in my videos too. I can sit there and say that, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite here. But with Jeffy, it's way too much. Like, way too much. And he says it See, I'm not against swearing being used in videos, provided that it has a context to it. It actually is backed up with something. Like, say, for example, you're, like, if I make a video of something about Patrick getting hit by a fucking truck, I'm going to say, holy fucking shit! And I'm going to say that because that's ultimately a reaction that comes out whenever it comes to this kind of thing. That's what happens. It's something that naturally happens, whenever people see something incredibly shocking and things like that. But with Jeffy, he just tends to say it because he has the opportunity to say it. And that's a problem. A really big problem. But obviously I'm not going to talk too much into this topic because I'm going to be a bit of a hypocrite myself. But even then, though, he swears way too much in his videos, and most of the time it's completely unnecessary. And another issue with Jeffy that I have is the fact that, oh my freaking gosh, the fan base. Where the fucking hell do I begin with the SML Jeffy fan base? My God, where do I begin with these idiots? These freaking pieces of fucking shit. I am not going to even remotely call them much of anything else except shit. because that's precisely what they are. Now, I will admit, they're a step below. I will admit, a step, I don't know if it's a below or above, I'll say a step below of the Steven Universe fan base, which I will make a video about relatively soon. They may not be as extreme as, say, the Steven Universe fan base, but they're pretty damn disgusting and deplorable in so many different ways. Like, in ways that you would have never thought. Hell, I get hate on the creepypastas I make regarding Jeffy. I'm not joking. I get a ton of that. Look at the comment section of my videos when it comes to the SML, creepypastas I make. Or somebody else makes. You're going to have a bunch of Jeffy fans sitting there and, spitting on me, telling me I'm fake and gay, and that I'm a piece of shit, and that a bunch of other crazy stuff like that. I mean, I guess that's probably expected. But it goes to show you that when it comes to SML fans, specifically with Jeffy, they seriously are nothing else more but a bunch of brain-dead, autistic, not like anything's wrong with being autistic, I'm just using this as a bunch of brain-dead, autistic pieces of fucking shit. That's all that they really are. I mean, I'm not joking. Go into any Super Mario Logan video and comment how much you don't like Jeffy in the most respectful way possible, and you are going to get comment after comment after freaking comment from a bunch of retarded pieces of shit Jeffy fans calling you a bunch of horrible things, threatening you. I'm not joking. They will threaten you. They will threaten you with fucking death if they have an opportunity to do such. They will threaten to remove your channel if they want to. They will threaten you in ways that you would have never even imagined. And you want to know what's worse? I know I made a mention of this in my previous video that I had made with Super Mario Logan, but it's still true though. Jeffy fanbase has actually managed to harass so many people. In fact, they managed to harass one person. I don't know who this person is, but it was a YouTuber. So much that they actually closed down their YouTube channel just to stop their harassment. I mean, how much more of a deplorable mess do you really have to be to sit there? I mean, other than sitting there and, telling people to kill themselves, which, let's be honest here, people, the Jeffy fanbase does as well. It's pretty disgusting, to be completely honest. They will tell you to kill yourself. They will tell you to drink bleach. They will tell you to do a bunch of other stuff. And of course, not to mention all the quote-unquote fan art, the porn. Shockingly enough, there is a lot of Jeffy porn out there. I don't know why that shit exists, but it unfortunately does. There are animations dedicated to this kind of cringy stuff. There is literally so much things regarding Jeffy in a really disgusting kind of manner that it just makes me want to die. It makes me want to die every time I think about it. I mean, it's one thing to like a character, but it's another thing to obsess over them so much that you think about them, that, you're sitting there and drawing them and doing these kind of things in an extremely sexual manner. Like, not even like something erotica or whatever thing, but like really just going full on out. I mean, then again, that could be said with every other fan base out there. I mean, hell, I'm guilty of this myself. I mean, look at my Roaring Thunder series. That's literally a fucking porno fic between a YouTuber and a fucking Pegasus. I mean, so I guess I really don't have a lot to say on that one. But with the Jeffy fan base, it's just really, really, really bad. I mean, it's not even good porn anyway. It's like bad porn. It's like makes you want to die every time you think of it. But still, though. Let's see. But yeah, the SML fan base in and of its own self really just has nothing to give other than it's toxic. It's literally a toxic waste dump in the comment section of many, many, many SML videos. So, to conclude this as best as I am able to, what do I think should happen to Super Mario Logan? I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but I really don't care anymore. SML deserves to be completely age restricted. He deserves to lose every ounce of monetization that he gets. Why? Because YouTube has given him a second chance. Advertisers have given him a second chance. Despite Good Morning America, despite the problems with the Jeffy fan base, despite the fact that Jeffy in of his own self is a scumbag piece of garbage, despite all of those things though, YouTube gave him another chance. That's what they gave him. They gave him another chance to better himself by giving him back his ads. But guess what happened? Jeffy is still here. He's about as bad, and if not, getting worse entirely. So Logan, I have this to say to you. Get rid of Jeffy. Better yet, kill him off in the most gruesome fucking way possible, Logan. Everyone, including my own fucking self, can sit there and honestly say this. We have told you this so many times, Logan. We have warned you repeatedly that you are going to get fucked in the end if you don't get rid of that pessimistic, nonsensical, agitating piece of dog shit, Jeffy. We have told you this time and time again, Logan. Everyone, myself including, your friends, well, probably not your family, but your friends online or your former friends, every other big YouTuber that you can think of that has anything to do with the animation or puppet industry or whatever the hell it is, hell, even the fucking advertisers and YouTube themselves have pretty much been telling you to stop. To stop using that cancerous dickhead in your videos, yet you have refused to listen to anyone. You don't listen to old fans. You don't listen to people who actually care about your channel. You don't care about the fact that your fan base, specifically your Jeffy one, is becoming so freaking toxic that they'll probably sit there and drive someone to fucking suicide. And honestly, if anything, the fact of the matter... Oh, and to make it pretty much, you know what you are, Logan? You know what you are? You're just stiff-headed. You're stiff-necked. You're a stiff-necked piece of shit. You don't want to change. You never will change. I don't even see you even wanting to sit there and you're never going to get rid of Jeffy. You're a greedy scumbag. That's what you are, Logan. You're nothing else more but a greedy scumbag that's only doing this for money now. You don't care about your own fans, your real ones. I mean, all you care about is those stupid Jeffy fans. That's all you're caring about because that's where the money comes in. So, when you do finally either completely lose your channels permanently, where they get terminated, which, let's be honest here, Logan, you have done so many shady shits to break the community guidelines that you might as well be terminated. I don't support false flagging you though, but if anything, I'm hoping that one day you get what's coming to you. Your karma will come back to bite you in the ass. You're gonna come back and with nothing. You are gonna lose everything eventually if you don't get rid of Jeffy and change your channel for the better. This is what every good YouTuber does. They change everything up. They get rid of the bad stuff that's on there. They listen to criticism and they actually sit there and really give something else more. Do something better. But unfortunately for you, you don't do it. You don't care. You just don't care. You just don't. And you know something? I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. I truly do. I really do feel... Actually, you know what? No. I don't feel sorry for you. And I never will feel sorry for you. You brought this crap on yourself, Logan. And the day that you lose your monetization again for the second time around, and when you lose everything permanently, where your channel ultimately goes down, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh at everything that you are going through. I don't give a crap about your tears. I don't care if you sit there and get upset about it, because you're the only one that brought this on themselves. You have nobody to blame, Logan, but your own self. That's it. You have no one else to blame but yourself. So consider this your one last wake-up call. Get rid of Jeffy permanently, or at the very least, very least, have him be a side character. That's all I can give you. That's all I can give. Because one day, you making more extra channels and re-uploading your content, you continuously doing that, even on the second time around, will catch up to you. And your channels are going to get terminated permanently. You're going to lose everything. And no one's going to feel the ounce of sorrow for you. Well, maybe your Jeffy fans, perhaps, but still. And if you think, that you're going to sit there and suffer a huge drop in subscribers because of Jeffy, being gone, deal with it, Logan. That's all I can say. You want to know something I'm going to sit there and say? I've already said this in my last video, but I'm going to say it again. If your so-called fans unsubscribe to you because of Jeffy being completely gone, then they were never really good fans to begin with. They were never fans of you. And I'm quite sure that a majority of them are not fans of you actually at all. They're Jeffy fans. That's all they are. That's all they care about is Jeffy. They don't give a shit about anyone else. They don't even give a shit about you. All they care about is Jeffy, and more fucking Jeffy. That's all they care about, Logan. That's all they want from you. They won't support you if you do other channels, and if you do other videos as well that have nothing to do with Jeffy, you are ultimately going to get hate from them. And I'm sorry that's going to happen to you, but you know something? You need to grow a pair and completely and utterly cut him out of your channel. Because he's going to be your downfall again. You're getting up, Logan. Wake up, smell the flowers, and do what's right. Real fans will come back and we will respect you to the fullest extent of the word. If you honestly get rid of Jeffy permanently, Logan, and you are completely sincere with it, and you promise to not use him at all, or at the very least rarely, I will delete this video that I have made. I will delete the other video I made about you, and if anything, I will come back and be another one of your fans again. I promise you that, Logan. I will get rid of it. Even if it has millions of views, I will permanently delete it off YouTube and never re-upload it again if you get rid of Jeffy. Permanently. But I highly doubt you're going to do that. It's unfortunate, but you're not going to do it. So, yeah, that's literally all I have to say now. I don't have anything else more to say. If you all enjoyed this mess of a rant that I made today, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Like this video if you want. Dislike it if you want to dislike it for whatever reason. Hell, if you want to dislike it because you hate Jeffy, go right on ahead. Just make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Also, leave me your own personal thoughts on why you don't like SML or Jeffy for that matter. Leave your own thoughts, and if I missed something or if I completely got something wrong, let me know down in the comment section below. That way I can correct that error in the future. Thank you guys again for watching today's episode. I will be seeing you guys in the next video. I love you guys, and bye-bye.